Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hello,
I'm Collin.
everyone. I'm Freddie Green.
I'm Collin Delayed, and back here is our first special guest, Jason Burns.
Hey!
Okay, what are we reviewing today, Freddie?
Today we're reviewing the Purge Anarchy.
Cool. What did you guys think of the first one?
I never saw the first one.
Never saw it.
Okay, I'm the only one who saw the first one.
I heard it wasn't good.
It wasn't great. First one pretty much was crime has been down to 1%. Unemployment is down, and so it's kind of utopia. The catch is, one night every year they have this thing called the Purge, which is pretty much for 7 hours. Anyone can just go out and do whatever you want, and kill.
So
yeah,
you get the kill.
The first one wasn't great. Explain to me what the second one is more about.
The second one is more about like how the whole city deals with the Purge, like how everyone deals with it, and that's what everyone wanted at the beginning. So you got a whole group of characters. You got a mum and her daughter, which I'm not gonna say what happens to them, but they
spoilers.
They find themselves in the city lost. Then we have a couple, or we have a couple.
A couple, yeah.
And
their car breaks down as the Purge is about to begin.
Yep. And Jason, since you're here, you might as well be useful. What was the third guy for? The last guy.
The last guy, he was out of town just trying to seek revenge.
He was a man on a mission. He wasn't really one of the bad guys. He just wanted to get this one guy who kind of did him wrong.
Yes. So, yep. He just wanted to go out. He wanted to cleanse himself, if you will. But he's a good guy. I thought he was a good character. I forget the actor's name.
Yeah.
But he was a good character. He felt really grounded. He wasn't just some vigilante. He was really grounded in reality. He felt relatable. But then he ends up finding the 4 other people we just mentioned, and he has to end up trying to help him get out the city alive while still leaving himself enough time to purge, if you will.
So anyway, what do you guys like about the movie?
Okay, a couple of things I liked about the movie. A couple of things I liked about the movie. I thought that, as the title suggests, Anarchy, it was just complete chaos. People going out in trucks with like aprons on and miniguns and mowing down people. There was people on motorcycles just taking out people. There was fire everywhere. People with masks on. It just really felt like if something like this was to happen, it really felt real. And that's what I liked about it a lot. I thought the special effects were good. I liked all the costumes. It felt interesting. It's not like any other horror movie I've seen, which is a plus.
Yeah, Jason, what do you like about it?
I like the main storyline of it. I feel like it's very original, because a lot of movies nowadays are kind of being reused from other ideas, and I just like the originality of this movie. And I also like the incorporating of survival within the movie. It reminds me of like some zombie games that you guys like to play, because it's all about survival and it has you at the edge of the seat throughout. Like, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. Like what I was saying, it's anarchy.
Yeah,
that's what I feel. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
a lot of horror movies are predictable. You don't know what's gonna happen next, and I really like that. Especially the third act at the end, when you really see what people, especially wealthy people, do on this purge. It's messed up, but it's really interesting watch. So.
I find it that out of all of us, I'm more the critic, because I'm more nitpick. I like this movie, not crazy about it.
Just say the good things first.
Okay, good thing. Yeah, we'll do that. What I liked about it, I really like the main guy. I love the final act was really cool. I love the premise. I like it how this one was kind of a redo. It didn't really have to do much with the first one. It was like really one cameo that would kind of make you want to, that like, if you saw the first one, you're like, oh, it's that guy. But other than that, it's nothing major. But yeah, I like the idea that it's not just how many people we can kill in an hour and a half. It's more survival. It's more trying to protect people. And like you guys said, it was original. It wasn't predictable. So yeah, those are my likes.
Okay, you want to do the dislikes now, Collin?
Yeah, I think it's appropriate.
Okay. Some of the things I didn't like about the movie, how you were just saying how let's not try to kill as many people as we can for an hour and a half. I felt like it's true, but at the same time, I felt like they just made some people do stupid decisions just so they could keep the movie going. Like, just for, it's not a major spoiler, but just for like this one part, they're going through a subway and there's a bunch of homeless people there that are trying to survive the night. and they could have easily they had it made. They were in their little tents and their little garbage cans. They were ready to go. They were hiding. You couldn't see them, but a bunch of these killers come in trucks and stuff with flamethrowers, and for some reason all the homeless people decide to get out and start running away, just so as an excuse so we can see a bunch of people get burnt to a crisp on screen, which was pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie, but it just felt unneeded. But like there's another scene I'm not gonna go, but there's a couple scenes like that, and also some of the acting is really bad, and really I thought the main character who was just trying to get out the purge himself, he was really good, but other than that everyone else was either okay or just terrible, and it doesn't really distract from it, but there's some bad acting. So that's all I really have to say about the negatives.
Yeah, Jason, you want to go?
Yeah. Okay. So beginning of the movie, you see the different people's lives and that stuff. It's kind of like Schindler's List, how you get to see everyone before the actual stuff happens.
Great movie.
But they never exactly. I never really knew anyone's name throughout the movie. They didn't really emphasize the people's names. I never really got attached to it, to them specifically. Some people I just did not know what was going on, what was hopping around, and that stuff. Another thing is, I'm a big gun guy. I love the shooting games and that stuff. The gun physics were not that good. Like, he had an AK-47U, and some people had the Vector. They both sounded like they shot at the same fire rate, and they both all sounded like farts. If you're going to do a shoot thing, actually make it sound like a real gun, especially in that subway scene they were talking about. It should be a lot louder than that, and there was no suppressors, it just sounded like a wet fart. Plus, when the bullets landed, it was literally like Call of Duty. Like, even if you shoot a pistol, huge holes in the wall, like a 50 caliber bullet just hit it. That I didn't like. I feel like they could have done better with that. Some things were definitely unnecessary within the movie, but overall, I say they did a pretty decent job portraying everything.
Okay. I didn't really think about the guns, like how they were unrealistic, so I like how you brought that one.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I didn't think of that one, but yeah, that was one of my negatives. But to me, I just find it that the movie the premise it has of, for one night, everything is legal. I find it they never really, like, kind of live up to that expectation. One of my main things is, everything is legal for one night. They always focus on killing. Yeah, it's a horror movie. Kind of, not really. Would you say it's a horror movie? Thriller, yeah. And you have it where it's like, yeah, just killing. But again, there's other things that people would do on that kind of situation. They would steal.
Yeah.
They would try to do crimes. They would litter. But I find it that litter.
Purge night. I'm throwing this apple core on the ground.
But I feel it that the expectations, it never lives up. Also, like you guys say, the acting in this, you'd say it was horrible, or some of them was horrible. I would say it was bad. The reason why is because in the first one, there are two characters, the sister and the son, who were downright unlikable.
Sister and the son?
In the first one.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Exactly. In the first one, there are two characters that I despised. And because of that, I just found it that the characters that are in there, they were bad, but they weren't terrible. Okay, so now, do you want to give our ratings?
Okay, I'll give it a rating.
For Jason here, who's new, our system is green for go see it. We have yellow for kind of like in between, and then red as skip it. And we can like kind of go into that even more. And we also have a number system.
Okay, so I'd give this movie a yellow light. I did give it a lot of praise, but like I said, I don't think it's a must-see. Like, I wasn't amazed by it, but it was a fun time. So maybe go see it. If you want to see it with a bunch of your friends at night, go for it. It's a great time, but I wouldn't say it's something that you have to run out and see right now. Or, you know what, you could even get away renting it. I would see it, just it's not mandatory, but I would try and see it when you can. As far as numbers go, I give it a 7.5. The thing is really good, had some great parts to it, but I just wasn't blown away.
Yeah, good, Jason.
I would say like red to yellow-ish. I would say more yellow than red.
So like a low red. I mean, low yellow.
Yeah, it's just that I work at a minimum wage job. I actually paid for this to see this movie on my own, and I just recently started paying for movies on my
His
own.
mom paid for all his movies.
Yeah. It's just that if it
You're
didn't
kinda
seem-
disappointed.
It didn't seem that good when I watched the trailers. I did watch the trailers for it. It's not really that movie that sticks in your head when you're watching the trailers. It seemed okay, like when watching it. I did enjoy some of the action scenes. Again, I like guns and that stuff. I did enjoy seeing that stuff. Overall, it just didn't seem that appealing to spend my hard-earned money. I could just be going somewhere else, actually, and so I rather not see it. But still, it was pretty good. I enjoyed going out with my friends. That's probably the only time I would recommend it, when you're out with your friends or when it's like
You enjoyed rubbing my leg during the whole movie. When
Yeah, I did.
These two.
And like, so that's why I'm going to give it about a 5.
5 out of 10.
Yeah, 5 out of 10.
Oh,
Okay. One thing that I gotta say that you guys mentioned is like with your friends. If I wasn't with like a bunch of our friends, I probably would have liked this movie a lot less. Because of the fact that you were with your friends, you can make fun of it in the theater. It was pretty entertaining. Now, because of that, I would give it a low yellow, because I think it would benefit the movie if you saw it at home, because you can be a bunch of your friends for like $6, all watching the movie. You can be as loud as you want,
yeah.
and you can just make fun of the movie. You would like it. I'd say definitely don't see, you don't have to see it in theaters. I would recommend renting it and seeing it, and like getting a bunch of your friends over and watching it. Overall, like rating wise, I would say a 7.
Wait
7.
till Netflix.
Wait till Netflix. That's a good one. Wait till Netflix. Okay. Anything else you want to add?
Nope, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed watching the movie. Again, me
Watching the review.
review. Yeah, sorry. It's me, Freddie Green,
Collin delayed.
and the negative Nancy down there.
I'm Jason.
Okay.